If you're tired of quitting porn over and over and over again, but failing every single time, this is the perfect video for you, because I was addicted to porn from 13 to 19, right? 6 years. For years, I was trying to quit. I wanted to quit more than anything because it was just fucking up my life, made me feel like a loser. And so I'd get onto NoFap, quit porn cold turkey, and I'd always get 1, 2, 3 days in if I was lucky, then relapse. This happened, I promise you, over 100 times. I still kept going on NoFap because I thought that was the way, but over 100 times this shit kept happening, alright? So this is what actually worked for me. This is what's going to cure it for you. Step 1, stop obsessing over the NoFap streak. If you've been used to getting onto NoFap, quitting porn cold turkey, just never watching it again, think, oh, I'm on day 6 of NoFap, 1 more day and I'm 7 days there, 3 more weeks and I'm, going to start levitating soon. That's why you can't quit porn. Because number 1, that's just weird, right? The NoFap streak is a complete scam. The NoFap benefits timeline, get into day 90 of NoFap, you'll start flying. It's all gay and it's all bullshit, it doesn't work, right? I'll tell you how to actually get benefits of quitting porn, but just get off NoFap. Stop thinking so much about the streak. The more you think about something, you may think it's beneficial, but it's not, because you're just thinking about it more. The fat woman who's trying to lose some weight, if all she's thinking about is food, she may think, well, that's good, because I'm thinking, don't eat the food. She's still thinking about food, and then when she gets hungry, what's in her mind? Food. So she's gonna fucking eat, right? Instead, just live your life. Don't identify as someone who's trying to quit porn. Don't identify as someone who needs to think about porn 24/7. Just live your life, right? Set goals. Just do something. Stop thinking so much about porn. Now, obviously, it's easier said than done. So let's imagine each day you get 1,000 thoughts about porn. You're thinking, okay, don't watch porn now. I'm not gonna watch porn. I'm gonna quit. Oh, I want to watch porn now. You're thinking about it all the time. Oh, I'm on day 6 of NoFap. The less you think about it, the better. So by day 2, if you think about it a bit less, you might be thinking about it 900 times. So 100 times less than the day before. Still a lot, but it's better than the day before. Point is, you're not just going to be able to switch it off and instantly just forget about porn. But just busy yourself with goals, with things to do, right? Which I've explained in other videos before, so that you're just not thinking and obsessing about the porn streak, because it's always the nonchalant guy who doesn't really give a shit. He's the one that ends up succeeding, right? The person trying to get a 6-pack and lose weight, they try and rush and starve themselves for 2 weeks to get the 6-pack. But we all know they fail on day 1, day 2, because they get too hungry. They're not ready for that level. They've been used to eating food a lot every single day up until that point. Then they've just decided to quit, never eat it again, never eat for 2 weeks. They're not ready for that level, right? Same with you. You've been watching porn every single day for years, 3 times a day maybe. So just quit cold turkey to get onto NoFap and expect to quit in 2 weeks. It's bullshit. You're trying to quit in 2 weeks. You're trying to rush the process. You're trying to cheat the game, but you can't cheat it because you've had an addiction for years. Don't expect it to be gone in 2 weeks, right? Don't think about it. Don't expect it to go in 2 weeks. I'll tell you what to do, but just expect it to take at least months to quit. So the less you think about porn, the better. Never think about your NoFap streak ever again. If you see the guys in, I don't know, Discord, they've got their NoFap streak and their username, and it's so gay. It's like day 37 of NoFap. Why do you know the last time you watched porn? Oh, I watched it on March 15th. That was the last time I watched it. I watched it for 30 minutes. It's weird. No wonder they're addicted. It's just weird. Don't be them people, right? And if you are, just stop doing it. Stop thinking about it, right? It's going to be difficult, but just set goals. Think about them instead. And the less time you put towards porn, the less likely you are to watch it. Now, quickly, if you like my advice, there's no pressure, but the link below is my porn quitting course. I think you'll love it. It'll help you quit faster. Benefits me, benefits you. Check it out if you're interested in quitting faster than literally anyone. So, we're off NoFap. We're not thinking about porn. What do we actually do to quit? Practically, you get onto my system called LessFap, and LessFap is how it sounds. This week, I want you to fap less than you did last week. So if you watch porn once a day last week, 7 times, right? Watch it 5 times this week, then 3 next week, then 2 after that, then 1 after that. And within 2 months, your addiction's gone. Are you going to fail some months? Of course. That's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. But you're on the right track, and within a few weeks, you've made more progress than you have on years of NoFap, right? I was on NoFap for 4 or 5 years trying to actually quit when I realised my addiction was bad. I made zero progress, zero, because I kept relapsing on day 3. In fact, I'd get to day 3, hate myself so much for relapsing, so I'd relapse again. Then I'd be like, I've relapsed twice, I might as well go again. I'm on day 0 of NoFap. I've reset the streak, I've failed, it's fucked, let's go again. So not only did I make zero progress on NoFap, I made negative progress. Because I was watching it 3 times a day at that point when I failed, right? Get onto LessFap, and literally within 1 or 2 weeks, you may have watched porn 5% less than the week before, meaning you've made progress finally. Again, you're not quitting in 2 weeks. That's not the point. You can't do that. Get that out of your head. However, this is the fastest way to quit, because you can still watch porn, you're just doing it a bit less each and every week. You're making progress, like I just said, finally, after all these years. And also, you're getting benefits. You don't have to wait to day 90 to get any benefits. Shock, right? The way you get benefits from quitting porn is by just watching it less, right? If you watch porn, I don't know, 5% less in a week, you get 5% more confident. Now, maybe it doesn't work out exactly like that, but just to make it easy to understand, that's how it works. 5% less anxiety, 5% more testosterone, which is going to lead to motivation, confidence, not giving a fuck, going to the gym, working on, you've got all these benefits. When you get benefits from something, you don't give up, do you? Because you want to keep them benefits. When something makes you feel good, you want to do it more. And quitting porn, watching it less and less, will make you feel good because you're making progress and getting benefits at the same time. While still watching a bit of porn, it's literally the easiest and fastest way to quit. It may take 2 months for you, right? It may take 6 months. I don't care. Just get on this system. You may fail 100 times on this, right? I don't care. Just stay on it, okay? It's fine. I'm not expecting you to quit first try. I didn't quit first try. It took me fucking years to figure this shit out. I stayed on NoFap after failing 100 times. I was like, oh, this is going to be the time. The other 80 times, you know, forget about them. This is going to be the time. Right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Right? I was expecting to quit on a system that doesn't work. So I got into this system, and I'll be honest, I failed a few times. I didn't fail that much, to be honest. But if you fail a lot on it, that's fine. Just know that you're on a great path. LessFap is actually how you quit. Okay? One more analogy to help you understand this better. If you're into the gym, you know about progressive overload, which is pretty much each week you're increasing the weights that you lift gradually, okay? So you get stronger each week. So your weight starts off here, then you're going up gradually. Imagine a skinny kid going into the gym, he's never been before, and expecting him to lift the heaviest weight, right? This is how much you can actually lift, and he's wanting to lift that. You'd think, well, you're an idiot, what are you doing? Lift the lightweight. Same with you, same with me when I was on NoFap. My level of watching porn was up here, but I was trying to quit porn cold turkey. I'm not ready for that. LessFap is the opposite of progressive overload. It's progressive deload. So you're watching it every day, gradually reduce, gradually reduce, gradually reduce. That is how you quit the addiction. Because you'll wake up one day when you're down here, and you'll be like, oh, I've watched porn once this week. A few months ago, I was watching it 3 times a day. I did it once this week, that's fine. At that point, by the way, you don't have an addiction. Doesn't matter what these idiots online will say, oh, you need to go to 0. Ideally, go to 0, but once a week is nothing. Compared to doing it 3 times a day, that's great progress. Your addiction's gone, and you will 100% experience that. Stay on this path. No matter how much you fail, keep going, and you'll quit. One more thing I'll give you as a tip, bonus tip, is just forgive yourself each time you relapse. Because as I said, you're going to fail. I failed 100 times. I failed more than 100 times, okay? But towards the end, once I started forgiving myself for failing, I started relapsing less. When you fail, you relapse, okay? You're watching porn. You're supposed to watch porn 5 times this week, but you do it 6, right? When you fail, you beat yourself up. You call yourself a loser. You make yourself feel sad. What do we do when we feel sad? We watch porn to make ourselves feel not sad, right? So literally, you watch porn, then you make yourself feel sad because you call yourself a loser, then you watch porn again because you're sad. It's the cycle. Stop purposely making yourself feel sad. Just forgive yourself. It's easier said than done, but just always keep in mind, even if you just relapse 3 times, at least you're trying to fucking quit. Because most guys on the planet are losers. They either don't realise they have a porn addiction, so they're just a bit stupid. They know they've got a porn addiction, but they just don't want to quit because they're just lazy and losers. Then there's you with a porn addiction who's trying to quit, who's watching a video. You could be watching porn right now, but you're not. You're watching this, right? So why on earth would you beat yourself up? Even if you jack off 6 times today, at least you're trying to quit. You're ahead of most guys. The only guys that you're not ahead of are guys like me who've quit. That's why I'm looking back in the race of life, being like, this is how you quit. Just follow what I did, and you'll be fine. So never beat yourself up. Always remind yourself, at least you're trying to quit. At least you're doing something with your life. And that's the attitude you need to actually quit. So forgive yourself, okay? So stop obsessing over NoFap, the streak, quitting porn in 2 weeks. Get onto less fap, where simply you're just fapping less this week than you did last week. And forgive yourself each time you fail and relapse, because that's the way to quit. I really hope this helped. Please subscribe if you did. You can watch all my other free videos, okay? I'll make them every single day until 1 million guys quit porn just like I did, because I understand how shit it is. I understand how bad it just makes you feel. So I hope this helped, and goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.